Welcome back to Spa Life TV, where we are going through the Spa Life Method book a little bit at a time, where we read a little bit together and then we talk a little bit of what we read, and hopefully you've got something enlightening that you can journal write about, that you can comment below, and we can do this together. So what's so cool about this is the Spa Life Method isn't just a book to read for enjoyment. It is incorporating into your life, because getting healthy was never supposed to be this complicated. And the Spa Life way is learning how to live in that healing state. It doesn't mean we can run away from stress or not have stress in our life, because stress is a part of life. But it's learning how to process it through, to experience the stress and be adaptable, to be resilient to where the stress doesn't make you sick, doesn't make you foggy head, doesn't make you fatigued, that you can just feel the stress, let it go through, and continue on with your life. But that takes training, just like going to the gym to build muscle, just like going to college, and you go and you learn lessons a little bit at a time, or learning how to cook at a cooking class. Everything takes a little bit, small bites over time. That's what we're doing. We're reading this book together. So if you haven't grabbed your copy, there is a link below. You can go ahead and get your copy. Either way, I'm going to read it to you, so you'll have it here. Okay, we are on page number 4, the Physiology of Safety. Here's what they don't always teach you in wellness school or even nursing school, which is my formal journey in education. Your body is wired with 2 primary nervous system states. You have sympathetic, which is your fight, flight, or freeze state. Now, when you're hustling, that's what state you're in. So even, let's say on your job, you have to hustle, which oftentimes we do. You're still in a sympathetic state. When you're thinking hard or concentrated or just going, you're in a hustle state. That is a fight or flight state. You're in a sympathetic state. And that is necessary for survival. But it's also toxic when it's chronic. That's why we're supposed to rest. That's why we're supposed to take breaks. We're supposed to go in and out of that cycle and not stay stuck in that cycle. The deal is we have become chronically stuck in that cycle. A lot of it is just the habit, and a lot of it is physiology as well. As we'll learn later on in this not this chapter, but in a future chapter, we're going to learn how that stress habit gets stuck in our body. And even when we tell ourselves, don't stress, it's stuck in our physiology. Okay, parasympathetic is when you rest, digest, and heal. That's the state you want to be in, to rest, to be able to digest, and to be able to heal and reproduce. You have to be in a parasympathetic state. That is what I call the spa life state. It's necessary for thriving. That's the goal. Not that we're going to be there 24/7 and never be in a sympathetic state, because we are. I mean, when you go to the gym, you put yourself in a little bit of stress. When you are digesting food, you put yourself in a little bit of stress. When you're planning a vacation, you put yourself in a little bit of stress. That's normal, but we need to be in and out. Don't stay stuck there, okay? Page 5. We aren't meant to live in fight or flight. We're meant to move through it. When you're stuck in the sympathetic system, your digestion slows down. The vagus nerve, the communication highway between your gut and your brain, gets blocked. The result is that inflammation rises, sleep suffers, mood dips, and hormones go haywire. This is why so many women feel like their bodies are betraying them, even when they're doing all the right things. Does that feel familiar? Does it sound familiar? Is that really frustrating? It was so frustrating for me, because I felt like I was spending more and more hours in the gym. I was working out harder, taking more supplements, being more strict with my diet, and it wasn't working, and I got really sick. This is why okay, we said that one. Your gut isn't broken. Your gut isn't broken. Your nervous system is exhausted. Your body doesn't need a stricter plan. It needs to feel safe. The whisper behind the symptom. Every symptom is a message, and most of us have been taught to silence them instead of listen. The bloating, it's not just about food. It's about your body bracing. The fatigue, it's not laziness. It's a signal your body is in depletion. The anxiety, it's not weakness. It's survival And it's asking you to slow down and anchor, get grounded. And here's what I've learned after walking through my own medical storm, my own spiritual reckoning, and the years of unlearning. Healing is not something you achieve. It's something that you allow. And the doorway is always safety, which brings us back to the spa. This is the fun part. This is so exciting. I just love this stuff. What does the spa really mean? The word spa comes from the Latin phrase sanitas per aquam, which means healing through water. Isn't that the coolest? Water, the element of flow, rhythm, softness, and restoration. The opposite of rigidity, striving, or force. It doesn't push, it allows. It meets you where you are, then gently guides you somewhere new. When you think about a spa, what comes to mind? Warm baths, calming waterfalls, mineral springs, steam rising from the surface like an exhale. But this is not about luxury. It is about biology. Water is one of the most ancient, intelligent healing agents known to humankind, and your body knows it. Hydrotherapy used in spas around the world isn't just relaxing. It is actually has scientifically documented effects on the nervous system. Immersing in water activates the parasympathetic branch of the autonomic nervous system, the healing state. It lowers cortisol, regulates heart rate, improves circulation, releases muscular tension, and stimulates digestion. It's like giving your body permission to stop bracing and to start receiving. Even the sound of water, like the ocean waves or the trickling fountain, has been shown to shift brain waves from beta, which is focused, sometimes anxious, into alpha and theta, which is calm, creative, and meditative. Your gut listens to your cues, so does your immune system, so do your hormones. Water is sacred in nearly every culture for that reason. It's a symbol of baptism, rebirth, or cleansing. It makes up more than 70% of your body. It's how you began life, floating in your mother's womb, cradled in warmth and rhythm. So when you immerse yourself in water, or even just engage in its presence, your body actually remembers. Isn't that the coolest? That's the essence of the spa life method. You don't need a hot spring in Iceland. You need the mindset of sanitas per aquam to build little pools of restoration into your day. A warm shower that becomes a meditation. A sip of lemon water taken slowly with intention. And a 5-minute soak with your feet in the tub at night. Water teaches you how to heal gently, rhythmically, without force. When you think about a spa, what comes to mind? Do you think of warm towels, soft lighting, quiet music, aromatherapy? Do you think of massage? Every one of these elements is designed to activate your parasympathetic nervous system. Did you know that? Is that amazing? We think that spas are luxury, only designated for a birthday. Well, it's so much more than that. It's important to train your body how to be in that healing state. Being in a spa, it soothes your stress response. To say to your body, you're safe now. In other words, spas are sanctuaries of nervous system repair. That's what a spa is doing. It's repairing your nervous system. And that's the whole philosophy behind the spa life method. You don't need to escape to a spa. You need to become one. You layer your life with moments that whisper safety. You create environments, internal and external, that speak the language of healing. You learn to live from your healing state, not just chase it. So Sarah, this is for you. Now, if you're reading this book, there's a good chance that your name is not Sarah. But maybe you carry her story. Sarah is the woman this book was written for. Maybe she is a lot like you. Maybe you and her, you're in your 40s or 50s. She's done the diets, the juice cleanses, the hormone panels. She's been seen specialist. She's tracked her cycles, her macros, and maybe even her poop. And she's really smart. like you. She's spiritual. She wants to feel well, not just get by, but she wants to glow. Does that sound like, it does sound like you, doesn't it? You want more than just lose weight and join a gym. You want to feel amazing. But she's tired. Maybe you're tired. And her gut still flares. Her brain still feels foggy. She wants more than Band-Aids. She wants a blueprint. She's not here for another lecture. She's here for a lived experience, a new rhythm. She's here for a spa life. What this book will give you, this book won't ask you to do more. It will invite you to do differently. You'll learn how to use your senses as portals into the parasympathetic healing. You'll bring beauty and breath into the chaos of daily life. You'll understand the gut-brain connection in a way that's empowering, not overwhelming. You'll reclaim your intuition and divine connection as vital healing tools. You'll create rituals that feel like homecoming, not homework. You'll be gently guided into a new state of being, one that your nervous system has been craving for a long time. And I'll walk with you, not as a guru, but as a sister who lived it too. So if you are journal writing, here's a prompt for you. What is your body trying to tell you that your mind has been too busy to hear? Take a few minutes and don't overthink it. Just write a little bit. Like, what are you feeling in your body? What are you experiencing? What do you know that you could be experiencing better? The Spa Life Invitation. Did something in this chapter resonate with your own story? You're not alone. I'd love to hear what your spa moment was. That breath, that whisper, that turning point. Share your reflections with me. Or join the conversation right here on Spa Life TV, where we explore real stories and sacred rhythms of healing. Now, here's a personal note before we begin. This chapter was a doorway, but it's only the beginning. As you move into the pages ahead, remember, you are not behind and you are not broken. You were never meant to hustle your way into wholeness. Healing was always supposed to feel like coming home. And this time you're not alone. Let's walk this path together, slowly, softly, sacredly. Welcome to the Spa Life. Your journey to vitality begins now. And this is video number 2 of our book series.